Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome back.
Finally. Episode 2.
Episode 2 was good,
Season
bro.
2 rolling out
what you
good.
been up to, man? How was your week, bro?
The week is hot.
Hot, yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
It's like the oven is open.
Yes, indeedy, feed and needy.
It's like literally like the oven is open, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, I think
you red now, man.
I know.
That's how you know it's hot.
Yeah.
His cheeks red to death.
Ooh, I got sunburn. I got sunburn just sitting indoors. Like, I didn't know that was possible.
Bro, the heat, a lot of people don't know, man, when it comes to, because of the COVID, I didn't get a chance to go to. I used to go, whenever the summer come, I leave. I go to LA, a la two, man, straight, I leave. But when the COVID came, I said to myself, man, I don't think I'll be able to survive a summer in Saudi Arabia. But when I did, bro, you get used to it after a while.
But last year was the hottest.
Last year was the hottest. I think this year would be the hottest.
I think
bro.
this year is even.
So how you stay cool?
Tell
Tell me what you do, bro.
Huh?
How you stay cool? I think because you got the hair, you could just spray water and do like this. And,
but I sweat. I sweat like I owe child support. Like I sweat.
Wow.
There's one little, like, just pick it up a piece of paper, I'll be sweating. Yeah. Hey, but before we continue on, shout out to the sponsors.
For sure.
Don Rubin, the only authentic Mexican food restaurant here in Saudi Arabia.
It's definitely authentic.
When you're in there, it feels like you're in Mexico.
Feel like you're in Mexico. The owner's from San Diego.
The
Mexican. Chef is from Mexico.
Yeah,
right?
The chef
He's
is
from
Mexican
Cali
too.
or from Mexico?
Both, Cali.
He from that's
just like the chef.
That's
like
definitely authentic.
Yeah,
bro. That's the most authentic Mexican food you can have in Riyadh.
Yep. So make sure you check out Don Rubin's at the DQ. Shout out to our shoe sponsors. Damn.
Huh?
Yellow. Those are tight.
Say mashallah.
Those are mashallah.
Say mashallah.
Those are mashallah.
Yeah, they looked out, man. Yeah. Shout out to the sponsors. They hooked us up with some dope cakes.
Streetwearplug,
man. They doing their thing. And if you're looking for authentic sneakers, follow them on Instagram, hit them up, DM them. They got you. Authentic. Yep. Definitely. The best prices.
Now check this out. I actually showed this to Moo and he was like, nah, that's not my color.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't be racist. I know I'm yellow and you don't want yellow shoes, but I was like, come on, try it out. It's good to have, one
He
one
convinced
rare
me
one.
though. Because at first I said, man, I'm 40 years old, 44 years old, bro.
It's too flashy.
I ain't about to be walking around with no yellow shoes on. But then Q was like, bro, you got to have at least one pair of rare shoes.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, he kind of know about the fashion.
And that's actually the rare Jordan.
So I took the advice. I took his advice.
It costs more too, so you actually made up on it.
Real
but
talk,
yeah,
bro, it was good.
Streetwearplug, shout out to them. Shout out to Object for hooking us up with props and decorations for the show. The MU2Q bear by Object SA. Yeah, and Manscaped. Can't escape
Manscaped, bro. You can't escape Manscaped.
He coined that. That's trademarked by MUTAH.
Yeah, so pay me. Manscaped, can't escape this man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
So what's been happening around the world, bro?
So
have you been keeping up with the news back home?
Absolutely. So one thing that's going on, let's go world first.
Yes.
So we'll work from here, then head to the US.
Let's do it.
All right. So what's going on in the world, not just the city, Craig, the world is Russia's been tripping. They've been tripping.
Why are they blaming everything on Russia, though? That's why you got it's two sides of a story, though, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So the whole war between Russia and Ukraine, Putin, and I just saw this on CNN and NBC and all that.
Yes.
Now, apparently, he just warned the U.S., stop helping Ukraine.
Wow. You know what, bro? Let me tell you my intake.
I don't know.
Let me tell you what my intake about this, because, of course, war is bad for any country. Nobody want war because especially nowadays with modern day warfare, it's through the airplanes, they dropping bombs. So innocent people definitely gonna die.
There's always casualties
collateral
with the
damage,
innocents.
you know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know the other side, that you gotta understand when the UN was getting close to Ukraine and if Ukraine would have joined the UN, these armies would have been on the border of Russia. Russia, you gotta understand, Putin is a politician. He ain't stupid. He know what comes next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows what comes next. Absolutely. When the UN army is on his borders, what's going to happen next? So it's always two sides.
And he can't punk out.
We hate war. We hope peace come because innocent people dying. But everybody making it seem like Putin just a bad guy. Yeah. But he looking at it like, these people about to build an army on my borders. What do I do?
Yeah.
So it's always two sides of the story.
There's always two sides of the
story.
You know
what I mean? There's always two sides of the story.
What I meant by Putin's tripping is about the fact that he warned the U.S. not to help Ukraine.
Everybody do that, though.
He should know that nations are going to help the less fortunate, And right now,
that's what I said. War is always bad for everybody. You know what I mean? For everybody. So I pray.
We're just trying to help everybody.
I hope that the war end. You know what I mean? And people You know what I mean? I seen some old lady. It's very sad. There was an old lady because the Ukrainian army was going around trying to get people to evacuate.
I saw that.
And I seen that old lady. She didn't want to leave. So when you see that, you kind of forget that there's old people and children that's stuck in the middle of this stuff. So we pray that the war end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw
what's
that.
up with your uncle though? He was tripping too, I heard.
Yeah, so North Korea's tripping now too. They so recently they just fired some test missiles. I don't know who,
but like
I don't know who. I caught up my uncle.
Trump used to call him Missile Man, Rocket Man. Yo, Rocket Man.
I caught up my uncle and say, "Yo, stop tripping." You know,
tell your uncle stop tripping, bro. What's wrong with him?
Have a Coke, smile. You know, but
Little Rocket Man. That's what Trump.
But this time,
Trump used to say, "Little Rocket Man." Bro.
This time, what South Korea and America, they counteracted in a quickness.
They shot something back at him.
Yeah, at the Rocket Man. They're like, all right, you want to shoot? We'll shoot some test missiles back at you. Like right away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they could
But a lot of this stuff is show, bro. They've been doing this for the last 30 years. He shoot a missile, they shoot a missile.
So like South Korea did though.
Like Suge said about Pop, I get a Rolls Royce, he get a Rolls Royce. I get a jack, he shoot a missile, we shoot a missile. It's all show, bro. It's all
South Korea did it just so they could show North Korea, look, we can respond quick.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's a show.
Yeah, but we hope. Yeah, it's a show that they keep. You know what I mean? Because nobody really want missiles going over their borders. You know what I mean?
Right, you ready for the big one?
What's the big one?
Let's go into the U.S. now.
To the U.S.
What is up with all the shootings lately?
More mass shootings? More shootings?
Last weekend there was 9 or more mass shootings all over the U.S.
Wow. The last week or the last weekend?
Weekend. So that's Saturday and Sunday. That's
crazy, bro.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
So that was like 5 days ago.
That's crazy. That
was
crazy.
Over 9 mass shootings all over the so country.
What do you think? Because everybody keep the whole talk go back to gun control.
The most big one is Philadelphia. It happened in Philly.
But wasn't it a holiday? What was this holiday?
I have no idea because I'm in Saudi Arabia right now.
Because I know growing up in the hood, I remember every holiday with his cookouts or when the summer come, we knew automatically. We knew the guns don't start going off.
I thought June was only Father's Day.
I don't know. It might have been something, but you know what? So when people keep, what do you think is the problem? You got to understand, like now it's a lot of poverty. There's no jobs in America. You know what I mean? Poverty is increasing. You got to understand. So in the streets is easy money.
Yeah.
Guns is available. There's more guns in America than people. You understand? So what do you think is going to be the solution?
My conclusion. I came up with a conclusion. I did a lot of thinking on this. Soul searching.
Soul searching. Soul, Korean soul or your real soul?
No, real soul. Real soul.
All right.
Yeah. Which is the same thing though. You know?
Okay, yeah.
But I came up with the conclusion.
Yes.
The main problem is not the firearms.
I agree with you on
that. The main problem is Americans.
America's a bunch of cowboys.
We just can't handle crap. And hear me out.
I'm listening.
When Too Big Chris, you'll probably agree with me on this.
Too big to get in this.
when I was stationed in Germany, when I was in the military,
yes,
I remember the Germans would hate having us around because whenever Americans got drunk, we always want to fight.
Yeah, I think Americans we got this arrogance in us. That whenever we go outside of America, we feel that everybody should bow down to us.
Yeah,
that's the American mentality.
Even in America, we do the same crap.
We do the same to other hoods,
therefore,
other
we
cities.
can't handle having firearms. We don't know how to handle that properly. We let our kids play around with it, and that's how they end up taking the schools and shooting the schools up.
True.
You know, we can't. That's why. And I remember I used to hear a lot of complaints. Why only in America is drinking 21 or over? I could go to war at 18, but I can't drink to 21. Yeah, because
you
don't. Americans can't handle it. Like
it's not. But alcohol. It's not that Americans can't handle alcohol. Alcohol is poison. Like scientifically, like if you go all around the board, there's a reason.
It affects Americans the worst.
The only reason why alcohol was allowed in America is because when they tried to ban it, they couldn't. It was so many. What would they call that? They had these pop-up shops and underground people were selling alcohol underground
breweries and all that during the Al
got to the point
ages.
that the American couldn't tax it. The only reason American
prohibition.
Only reason American government allowed alcohol to be legal because they made money from it. But they know doctors and scientists been telling them before that alcohol would deteriorate the society of USA. They know so it's not just America can't deal with alcohol. Alcohol is the mother of all evils. The Prophet Muhammad told us that alcohol is the mother of all evils. You know what I mean? You get drunk, next thing you don't know where you at.
Anything that could
especially alcohol though.
Affect your
I don't
mental
think there's
status?
no drug that affect you like alcohol. A person could be normal, take a sip, next thing you know, He
He
on
gets
the
in a
ground.
car and drives and kills
He's on
the
the
whole
ground
family. Who
sleeping,
knows?
pissing on himself.
Yeah.
He humiliated himself.
Exactly.
So I think, of course, alcohol might play, but mental health is very important. See, America problem is that when it comes to gun control, they focus on criminal background checks. So these people that's doing the mass shooting, the majority of them, like the mass shooting that happened in Philly, I guarantee you it's probably from gangs. Usually when you hear blacks or Latinos, they killing each other over gangs. But when you hear these mass shooting, but like, let's say, keep it real, white people, it's really a mental health issue. They just target innocent people. You know what I mean? In Philly, of course, it's sad when you see young black people killing each other or young Hispanic people killing each other. It's mainly over gang violence. Yeah. But when these mass shootings happen, like when they go into church and kill people, like the Buffalo dude that went into the grocery, all of this has something to do with their mental health. So what happened is the U.S. government is they thinking what's going to stop these mass shootings. When you go to buy a gun, they give you a background check. Is he a criminal or not? But these people that's doing the shooting,
they gotta do more than that.
Of course, because these people that's doing the shooting, they not criminals. They just a bunch of losers who at home never got in trouble. Mentally, they not. You need to do a mental health check to see if this guy is responsible enough or had the mental capacity to own a weapon.
And most of the of the mass shooting done by the white folks,
yes,
it's because of racism, hate crimes,
and not
so,
only,
but that doesn't show up on criminal.
That's not going to show up on criminal. And also, America, the FBI said the biggest threat to American society is what? Right wing terrorism. They meant now the FBI saying the biggest threat to our society is homegrown terrorism by radical white people.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the biggest threat to. So while they looking at all these rappers on Instagram and doing all these threats, these people online, like the guy who shot up the school, whatever, these people online saying what they're gonna do. So I think, man, mass shooting is crazy. You know what I mean?
At the same time, though,
you know what I mean?
It's not only mental. Like,
yes,
honestly, the way I'm looking at it now, and like I said, I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of research, and I looked into in depth. It's not only the mental, like the Las Vegas shooter. You know, he had mental issues. Of course, it's not gonna show up on a background check. The only way you can find out is that you want to own a gun, go get a psychological evaluation done. But even then, you can fake it. The thing that is the issue is Americans don't know how to handle firearms. What I mean by that, a lot of the school shooting is because the kids had access to their parents' weapons, which means the parents don't know how to handle their weapons. It goes to where you lock it up or make it to where your kids
it's just a problem, bro. America was founded on cowboys and robbers and running around with guns.
You know,
now you can't get. It's over 300 million guns in America. You can't get these guns off the street. I remember back in the day, man. I bought an AK-47 for $300.
Yeah.
Wallahi, bro, I had the
that was a going price in LA,
bro. 300. I bought it from a Mexican. I remember from an essay
in Crenshaw.
Yeah, in the hood. In the
Crenshaw,
hood.
right? You said,
bro, I had a clip. I had the drum clip with 100 bullets in it. $300 is 1,000 reals. Imagine you can just give somebody 1,000 reals. You have an AK-47.
With
and this is before
bullets.
I was a Muslim, so my mindset was different. And I used to drive around with it in the trunk of my car.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you got to understand, when you immature and you have a weapon on you, it's like the devil. Like for me, I felt like I wanted problems. I used to run around with the AK in my truck saying, I wish somebody say something to me.
But that was a Hennessy.
You know what I mean? That was a Hennessy.
That was a Hennessy.
Thank
God.
The Hennessy and the Jahiliyyah.
Alhamdulillah.
You know, the ignorant.
Alhamdulillah, you don't
keep saying alhamdulillah, but you ain't Muslim, bro. You gonna become Muslim.
Yeah. No, but
so I help. But what can America do, bro? If you got more guns than people, bro, what
education.
Education.
They need to educate these parents or the
but
grown
some of these
adults.
Parents is ignorant.
That's what I mean. So that phrase, guns don't kill people. Stupid Americans with guns kill people. That's how I see it now.
Agree.
Because Americans can handle it.
Because like we said, maybe in the last show we mentioned, as I mentioned again, it has nothing to do with the amount of guns. Because Yemen, said before the war,
that's what
Yemen is the second country that had more guns than people.
Absolutely.
And I had a friend that used to live in Yemen, bro. He said I used to see Yemenis with AKs fighting each other, but not one of them pulled their gun out on each other. Because mentally they know better. America, bro, everybody's high. Like weed is illegal.
Here's another story. Illegal.
Everybody doped up on some type of drugs.
When they're going through revolutions and takeovers and all that back in the day.
Yes.
They had 14-year-olds, 10-year-olds walking around with machine guns. AK-47s
yes.
and
child
like
soldiers. Yes,
but you don't see them going and doing mass shootings. So it's an American thing.
It is an American problem, bro.
That's honestly that's what I think.
No modern country is going through this. This is American problem.
We talk about this almost in every show, and then you're like, because do you think you'll ever get fixed? And I'm thinking
the reason why we and another thing. Sorry to cut you off, Q. People might say why they keep talking about it on every show, because it seems like unfortunately it keeps happening. Real talk.
You know, like Americans. This is a conclusion I came, not just about guns, everything. Yes. Americans can handle that. Although I do not support drinking also, because I don't drink alcohol, not because I'm Muslim or anything or Christian.
You just I just don't do it. Yeah, I feel you.
You know, I don't like the way it makes me feel when I can't control myself.
Exactly.
You know,
that's why I don't get on roller coasters.
Oh, you see that I'm okay with, but like
I can't get on roller coasters.
Yeah, you know,
you ain't about to catch me screaming. I'm too old.
I be seeing
these grown men screaming on the roller. I want to slap them.
He can be like, what you got on my cold brew? But then on the roller coaster,
you ain't gonna never catch me like that, bro. I just don't get on it. That's why I don't get on them. Like, you ain't gonna have me outside of my character.
So you got Americans who can handle alcohol, and that's why they have to wait to 21. I think they should raise it actually.
Yeah, to 40. Let them be
the weapons.
Dead.
You know, and what's funny is America has the most teenage pregnancies.
Wow. Yes.
You know, Germany, and I learned this when I was stationed in Germany.
Yes.
Germans, period. When you turn 15, you could live on your own. You could get your own apartment and and do it by yourself.
Yes.
They are more open-minded about nudity and all that, which is still, you know, I know it's haram in the Islam world, but some countries they do that, you know. But because of that, there's less teenage pregnancies there. And now that Germany offers...
How many Germans? It's only 10 of them.
Germany, they offer... Their healthcare system offers, if you're under 18 and you're pregnant, they will pay for everything.
People get married, though. We want to promote...
Absolutely. You should not...
But when we talk... Because people also have to realize that I'm Muslim, he's Christian, and our show we try to talk about
everything,
real problems,
real problems,
people that might even face
facts,
that might even face Islamic communities. Like a lot of stuff happened in the Muslim communities is taboo and it's swept under the rug because we don't talk about it. You know what I mean? We don't think that a Muslim girl could come home pregnant, unmarried. These things are realities. Sometimes you got to talk about these things. You know what I mean? Like you said, in America, when most people run into America, I want to go to the land of the freedom, and they running from Muslim countries, and they think and then this can happen to their daughters or their kids can join the gang, and then they all of a sudden saying, why nobody told me that this is the side of America you don't see in Hollywood movies?
Exactly. So therefore, we're here to tell you.
We're gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah. But no, you see, so you got that going on.
Yes.
But even though they're more open-minded and they once you turn like 15 or 16,
you can live on your own.
They let you do your own thing, and yet they're still responsible not to get pregnant majority of the time. But in America, I hate to say this, you could just look at a female wrong in America and I'm pregnant, you know, like that.
Because it seems like the culture of America, it also comes down to music,
and especially this generation,
to films. Like it promotes this. Especially this generation, it promotes this in America.
I fear for my daughter.
Yeah, man. May Allah protect your daughter, man, and guide her to Islam.
Now, with that being said, about
but your daughter's in Korea though. You good?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good.
They good kids.
The Korean men ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, they good kids.
They scared of me. They ain't doing anything.
Korean. He like the gangster Korean.
Yeah.
He get off the plane.
Dude, we did a Bad Boys. Me and MUTAH are gonna do a Bad Boys on my daughter. If she ever brings a boyfriend home. We're going to be there to do a Bad Boy.
Uncle Moo in the garage. Bring him here.
Have y'all seen Bad Boy? You know what I'm talking about. We're going to do that to my daughter.
Let's do that. Yeah, we scan everybody.
No, with that.
We scan everybody away from
because, you know, what's the one thing that a father who has a daughter is worried about? If she gets pregnant before she gets married.
But it's all about
or teenage pregnancy.
It's all about upbringing. I believe that if you raise your daughter correctly, you explain to them that men is garbage and boys have cooties and stay away from them. Inshallah, they get it. Yeah. Inshallah.
Like my daughter knows. Like I told her, because whenever you meet her, ask her, when are you going to get married? She says, when I'm 50. Because that's what my daddy's told me. She knows that. She knows that. All right. So upbringing, absolutely. I ain't playing.
You ain't playing.
I ain't playing. But
it's good to talk.
God forbid.
Like even for me,
she gets pregnant.
I have a 14, no, damn, my daughter's 13 or 12.
Yeah, no, she's 13 now.
13 is scary. So I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I speak to her about, of course, not these things and into details, but I explain to him that when you get older, you're going to have to get married. You should try to marry this type of guy. Like, I want my daughter to be able to come to me comfortably. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think as long as a father have a relationship with a daughter can come to them, this is a good sign.
Oh, I hate that talk. I remember my daughter.
I don't want that talk.
My daughter came to me.
My hands just started
My daughter came to me and says, Daddy, where do babies come from? I'm like, they come from me. I allow it.
They come from Allah. That's all I say. They come from Allah.
I would joke with her, and I'm like, the only way you'll get a baby is if I tell you, okay, you could go out, baby. Now. If not, I'm gonna kill you.
But you got good kids. Yeah. But while we be worried about the girls, you also got to worry about the boys, because nowadays, a lot of times we only focus on the girls, and we think the boys know. But Aki, inshallah, one day Aki, you be a Muslim Aki. You know what I mean? You be my Muslim brother. Now you my
I'm
Christian
still your brother
Aki.
regardless. Come on.
Yeah, I know you my Korean brother. You're my Korean brother.
I'm your Korean brother from another mother.
Yeah, but also with the boys, it's a lot of peer pressure with young kids, because growing up in America, especially going to school in America, if you try to be what we can say now, Islam teaches us that a man, there's no such thing as boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yeah.
You don't deal with the opposite sex unless you marry. But growing up in America, the peer pressure at a young age, 13, 14 years old, they putting it on these kids.
Now it's 11.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend?
It's 11.
So the young boys also need to have talks.
It's now 11 years old now. Now, in this day and age, in this generation, they're doing stuff at 11 years old.
Wow, it's scary, bro.
Which means my son's 11 right now.
Yeah, it's
scary. He looks like he's 5, but he's 11. So which means no.
It's just scary.
Pineapples, that ain't gonna happen.
Now you gotta raise now it's the time parents gotta raise their kids.
You gotta educate them.
Yeah, you gotta educate them, bro. It's sad. Growing up now is I'm glad we grew up the way we grew up, bro. Even though it's a little dysfunctional. Yeah. Even though it's crazy, you know what I mean? But I'm happy that of course, my kids and your kids, we think we went through what we went through, so they don't have to go through that. But I'm glad that we was raised the way we was raised. Because now we can know how we can look at our kids and say, "Wait a minute, bro, why your eyes look like that?" Slap the high out of them when they come home. God forbid they do, but we know what to look for, because we was the sneaky kids that know how to. So when we raise our kids, we know what to look for. You know what I mean? I forget, it was the daughter of one of the prophets. They said in the Bible, when she came and appeared, her face was covered. Even though in Islam, there's difference of opinion where a woman's face should be covered and not. You have the time of the Prophet Muhammad when somebody came to him in an authentic hadith and said, "Oh, Muhammad, like Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I think it was Asma bint Abu Bakr, the daughter of Aisha. She was outside and she wasn't uncovered, but she reached the age of puberty." And the Prophet came to her and said, when a girl reached the age of puberty, everything should be covered except for this and this. The Prophet said that. This is authentic. So if you have someone that want to cover their face because of the wives of the Prophet cover their face, it's a difference of opinion. We should respect both opinion. Absolutely. But the strongest of opinion is not the woman don't have to cover her face or her hands. Everything else should be covered. But these things are also in the Bible. You know what I mean? Yeah. So even in Islam, for example, it's not permissible to eat pork. But if you dying and the only thing around you is pork, Islam said this person can eat enough pork to give them energy to survive. So even that's alive. Why Islam is a religion that makes sense, because even when it's a simple logical reason that makes so much sense that some stuff that might be haram might be permissible under certain circumstances. You know what I mean? So this is Islam.
Absolutely.
You know
All right. Mean? Let's see. Check. No, so moving on from current events.
Yes.
And political events.
Yeah, get that out the way. Sports. What's happening?
I keep forgetting to mention this.
Yes.
I think the talk is all gone now. Yes. Who cares? We're still gonna talk about it. Did you hear about Scottie Pippen's new book?
Nah.
He's talking mad smack on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he a hate on Jordan, bro. He's a hater.
And everybody was talking about it for minutes. Stephen A. Smith, from they're all like,
you gotta understand about Scottie Pippen got the he got
the short end of the stick.
He got the short end
with
of the
stick. Contract and the deal.
And with the deal, they did him dirty, bro. Yeah. I think they only gave him $20 million or $15 million.
In the beginning, it was only like $4 million for 8 years or something.
And this guy,
he had the worst.
He had the worst
salary
contract
in the league, and he was.
But I seen an interview. He said why he had to do it. You know what I mean? He felt
he didn't know what was going to happen. He had to take care of his family.
He had to do it, take care of his family.
Which I get
Pippen, but also Pippen, bro, he helped Jordan a lot.
Yeah, and
a lot of people forget how good Pippen was on that court, bro.
And the thing is, the reason why everybody's angry at Pippen's mad at him about The Last Dance. The Last Dance documentary,
yes,
which is Michael Jordan's documentary, Last Dance.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, he promoted himself more than he did. Well, it all started with him.
But it was about Chicago Bulls, but Jordan is the star, bro.
He is the Chicago Bull. And
Pippen tripping.
Yeah, he's Pippen tripping like crazy. Pippen tripping. The thing is, Jordan even says it in Last Dance and all the other interviews, there will be no Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, I see. Like, Jordan be humble. He always shot Pippen out.
And then when he messed up, he straight up said, you messed up. even on TV.
Pippen tripping.
But he was tripping about that. I think honestly, everybody's saying that he's doing it just to sell a book.
Yeah, then maybe he trying to get that money he lost. You know what I mean? But
sometimes negative controversy helps.
Yeah, all like they say in that type of industry. Yeah. All publicity is good publicity. You know,
like
what
that's
I mean?
what the game's doing right now with Eminem. I don't, listen to music, but I'm an Eminem fan.
We got to get Eminem to write this dude a letter, bro. This dude.
If man, we can get Eminem on the show, I'll be.
Yes.
Then Tom Brady. Do you think he's gonna win the Super Bowl this weekend?
I'll be honest.
I'm sorry. Correction. Not this weekend. This year.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, bro. Ever since I moved to Saudi Arabia, because of the time difference, I haven't been keeping up with sports.
Oh, me neither.
I don't even know. I know Tom Brady is a hell of a quarterback. That everybody talk about him, and he's dope. You know what I mean?
He's the GOAT, actually.
From what I hear,
he won more championship rings than a team has ever won.
Yeah, from what I know, Tom Brady the GOAT.
He's at like nobody can speak bad about him. Yeah,
nobody. So I don't know because I never watched.
The reason why I'm so intrigued by Tom Brady, I don't like football anymore because a lot of rules change.
Let me tell you something, Q. I go extreme with certain stuff. I'm a weirdo like that. Like, I'm the type. I used to love Washington Redskins, and as soon as they lost, I hated. I never watched football. As soon as Michael Jordan retired, I stopped watching basketball. Same here. Until Shaq and Kobe came. I get turned off easy by certain stuff. Like I take it. I get low.
And that's what happened with me with football, you know?
Yeah, I get too loyal. I stick with one team and I'm like, oh, man,
and
I don't
you know what?
even want to watch it no more.
Tom Brady's been around for a minute now.
He's a GOAT from what I know.
And I just found out about him. That's how much I didn't follow football at all.
Yeah, so I don't even know.
I watched
what team he play for again?
Now the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But he's been a Patriot. Now the story I love about him, I love underdog stories.
Yes.
When he was in college, he was underrated. Like they didn't care about him. Like he was like a leftover.
Yes.
And they called him the comeback kid. As in the team could be losing 40-2. And with that 2 points, he'll come back at the last quarter and win it. Like he's the comeback kid.
He's a GOAT.
So he proved he proved himself during college.
Yes.
Of course, he doesn't have a regular quarterback's body. He's kind of like flabby and just like
but quarterback need to be able to move.
He's slow.
Yeah, but they need to be a little thin.
One thing I love about Tom, he's a born leader. Every one of his teammates believes everything he says. If he says, we're down by 40 points, we only have 1 minute, but we're going to win it. Everybody believes it.
He's the team leader.
He wills everybody. And he was picked 199th in the 6th round. 199. That's basically last.
So they slept on him, basically.
That's basically...
he proved himself. Yeah.
All right, Tom Brady's left. All right, we'll pick him.
And everybody talking about Tom Brady.
And he proved himself, and he proved everybody wrong. And even until now, people are still hating. When he was a
I know he got a death row chain. That's how he wanted to get a death row chain. Google it. He walking around with a death row chain.
He's into all that. He's the one who...
But what team won the championship last year?
Was it a Bucks? No, Bucks was before that.
It wasn't the Bucks. It was
last year. It was.
I'm gonna tell you what team it
Saints?
was. What team it was? Let's do it right
now.
Come on, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna just Google it. Why we act like we don't have internet?
Man? Oh, I know, right?
2022.
I'm acting all new. So 2021,
the NFL champions. The reason I'm gonna tell you, Los Angeles Rams.
Yes.
So the reason why this is dope because one of the coaches for the Los Angeles Rams is a childhood friend of mine, Raheem Morrison. Let me show you. Raheem,
he's a head coach.
He's. I'm gonna tell you what he is right now. He's the American football. Raheem Morrison is American football coach who's the defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams.
Big ups to Raheem.
Raheem Morrison. The reason why I got it, I grew up with this dude.
Represented California.
He played for the Golden Knights. Also, since we were talking, we got to give a shout out to Ralph Steele.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who these people are. Ralph Steele. When we played for a team in Irvington, and it was called the Golden Knights, and we used to play against Newark and East Orange, and we was like the bad new Bears. When we first started, we was losing. Now, Golden Knights, every year, is the state champions. We destroyed Newark. We destroyed East Orange. Every ghetto, we destroyed them when we played.
That's what's up.
We came, and because Irvington, we have the teams from all over Irvington, and so Raheem Morrison's father was one of the coaches, but Ralph Steele, the reason why I want to give him a shout out, because even in my book, I didn't really go into details. Ralph Steele and Raheem's father, I think it also might be Raheem, I forget, these dudes saved our lives. Literally, like these dudes came around. We was drug dealers. Like literally, we'd be on a corner selling drugs, and then we'd be like, "Oh, we got football practice." And these individuals, especially Coach Steele, we got to give shout out Coach Steele because if it wasn't for Coach Steele, it won't be no Raheem Morrison.
Shout out coach.
Not only was he a coach, you know, when you grew up in the hood, you know who really cares.
Yeah.
You know, if a person just want to win a ring, or, you know, people that really care, like Coach still literally really cared for us. You know what I mean? Like this dude talked, it's probably a lot of people that survive, like my homie C. Hardy. Shout out to C. Hardy. You know what I mean? Shout out, my brother played for the Golden Knights. Mooney played Mooney wasn't no joke on the football field. I was back in the day, I was tiny, so I couldn't.
He looked like he could kick
Mooney
some
wasn't
tail.
no joke.
Yeah.
He's a little, you know what I mean? So we got to give shout out to Ralph Still and Raheem Morrison, because a lot of articles said that he's the one that really made him win the championship.
Wow.
He's an underdog coach. So shout out to
those
Raheem.
two are basically the East Coast version of the Gridiron Gang. You know what I'm talking about? Dwayne Johnson and Exhibit.
Yeah.
The
I heard
Gridiron
that you
Gang.
told me about that.
About the
we
juvenile
did our
delinquents.
thing, bro. Nobody, even to this day, we still destroying everything.
Shout out to the Golden Knights.
Shout out to the Golden Knights.
Shout out to Irvington.
It's saved at Irvington. You know, the reason why Irvington is special, because Irvington is tiny. Like Irvington is tiny, but we got who came from Irvington? I'm gonna show you right now.
Queen Latifah. Come on, you gotta give it up to Queen. Now I gotta show you the
select, because y'all be sleeping on Irvington.
No, actually, I saw
y'all be sleeping on Irvington.
That. There are a lot of people who are from Irvington. There's actually a football player who's.
I was
from
watching
Irvington.
the other day. What's his name? Drink Champs. I was watching. Somebody sent me a video of Drink Champs, and they was talking to, what's the guy, Praz from the Fugees. Him and Noriega was talking about, because a lot of people don't know about Irvington.
Yeah.
So Praz was like, yeah, I grew up, I went to school in Irvington, and no, he said I went to school in New Jersey, and Noriega's like, where? He said Irvington. Nori, because they from New York, so they know about Jersey. Yeah. He said, bro, Irvington is crazy.
Yeah.
He said, Newark, we know it's crazy. He said, but when you go to Irvington, it's crazy. So when you survive Irvington, even when Suleiman wrote my
invincible.
book. No, when Suleiman wrote my book, I didn't know this at the time because we living in it. Suleiman said, bro, he did research. He said the years that you was raised, do you know Irvington had the highest murder rate 10 times more than the nation of the national of New Jersey, and one of the worst in the country. But when you in that environment, you don't think it's that bad because you live it. He said he said, man, you got to thank God. The years that you survived was the worst years of Irvington. Now it's even worse. Now it's even crazy because we had some type of manners back then. Dang. Like these new jokers, the drugs got them nuts. Like the new drugs they use, they have no shame, bro. They don't got me on this list in Irvington, New Jersey. I'm smacking somebody.
Wikipedia?
I don't know what this is. Famousfix.com. Famousfix.com. They say Queen Latifah #1. Somebody named Vera Farminga, an actress. Never heard of her, but she on the list. Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis.
Y'all
know Jerry Lewis?
Oh, dang.
Jerry Lewis from Irvington. The king of comedy, Jerry Lewis.
What?
Kay Sutton. Colin Jones. These people. Praz, even though he's from East Orange. A wrestler called
where's MUTAH Bill?
MUTAH Bill ain't on that list. And Santorino, he's a basketball player. Rakeem Christmas. You heard of him?
No.
He plays basketball for Syracuse. Joe Morello. You heard of him?
That one sounds familiar.
I don't know who put this list together. I think Joe Biden did this one. Bro. we got to go back. Mike Goodson, he played for, you know what I mean, Kareem Huggins. American football running back. So we got some people that came out of Irvington, man. Shout out to Irvington, bro. Because I always say, if you survive Irvington, you can survive anywhere. You know what I mean? It's a unique place.
Yep. Anyways, but before we go,
yes,
I want to say this quote that I saw on, I think, TikTok or Instagram. You know, those motivational quotes.
Yes.
And I don't know who said this, but it really touched me.
It clicked.
Because, like, I know one thing about, because I have a lot of Filipino friends.
Yes.
And in Philippines, you as a child, your main job is to go out when you grow up, get a job, and send all your money to your family and pay off your family's debt, right? Which I get that, but what about you?
Yeah.
You know, like you're sending 90% of your paycheck to your parents to pay off their mistakes, to fix their mistakes.
Yes.
When it's not your fault. And you only have 10% of your paycheck to try to live off of, you're never going to have a future. And the reason I say that is because Korean families are almost the same. You know, my dad's mooching off of all of us.
But I think, you know, I
get that.
Let me say something, bro. I think because Islam give me a different mindset, we believe like the father, the mother have rights over you.
Absolutely.
So it's not mutual. When it's the father.
Let me say this quote and tell me what you think.
Go send me the quote and I'll tell you tell me.
My kids didn't choose to be born.
Yes.
Therefore, they don't owe me anything. I owe them everything.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
As in,
a good quote according to, depending on who.
I don't know who said it, but it is a good quote. Because as in,
I don't agree with it though, and I'm gonna tell you why.
But here, this might change your mind. Not in that kind of case.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
But what I think that meaning is the fact that I owe them everything. As in, they didn't want to be born. Yes. I wanted them to be born. Therefore, I should teach them how to act right, how to do the right thing. If they're a daughter, not to have a boyfriend until they get married, which is 50 years old. You know, my rule. You know, and stuff like that. And
no, of course.
How to respect elders.
They have
all that is my right.
Yes.
To make sure that my kids learn that.
I agree with you on that one.
A lot of parents in this generation, they expect their kids to already know that. They let them do whatever they want, and that's why those stuff happen. What's going on right now? And
I agree with you to an extent because, of course, the kids have rights over the parents. We're supposed to raise them, supposed to take care of them, teach them right from wrong, the basics. You know, we're supposed to do that. But also, the parents also have a rights over a kid. Like I wouldn't expect nothing from my kids, but if, for example, if your father get old and he retire, he need money, I wouldn't say he's mooching from his kids because you're giving him money. You know what I mean? Because this is his rights over you.
To the extent.
And I remember a long time
like
ago,
medical and stuff like that, if he truly needs it, then
yes.
But
I
if
would
it's
tell you
because
why.
he wants to get away from my mom and go visit Korea, that's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know
I know
what I mean?
you talk about on that. But I get you on that because you told me. I know the details. We don't want to go into the details.
Yeah, I'm still butthurt about that.
Yeah, you're still mad, bro. I remember, for example, when I was still living in America, there was a guy from Philadelphia. He was a Muslim. And he was a successful businessman. He asked one of the scholars in Saudi Arabia, he's like, look, I'm a successful businessman. My father was not in my life. He was in jail. And he didn't take care of me. Now, all of a sudden, my father appeared in my life. I'm 30 years old. I don't even know this man. And he's asking for stuff. What should I do according to Islam? The sheikh said, it doesn't matter if he wasn't in your life. That's wrong. He's not agreeing with it. He said, but if he's your father, if he need money, you give him money. If he need a place to stay, you give him a place to stay. Because even though he's not a Muslim, he's a Christian. He said, even though your father is not a Muslim, but because Islam put rights that the parents have over you, and you in a good position, you're supposed to take care of your father.
If it's for the good.
If it's for the good, yes.
Like if he wants money from you to do drugs, you don't want to give him money for drugs.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
No,
so Islam teaches us that you take care of your parents, and that's one of the ways you earn Allah's pleasure, by taking care of your parents. You know what I mean? So it's very balanced, especially the mother.
I agree with that.
Especially the mother. The mother have 3 rights over the father in Islam.
Oh,
then the father. A lot more. You know what I mean?
Because the mother carried you.
Yeah, the mother carried you. You know,
you guys shared the same blood and food chain and everything.
There's a beautiful hadith.
I don't know anatomy, but
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful hadith. I think it was Ibn Abbas. He's the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad. Of course, our show is not based on religion. Our show, we talk about everything, but
we speak our
Islam.
mind.
Yeah, but Islam is the way of life that I live, and you know what I mean. And it's a lot that we can share to even non-Muslims can listen to this and probably benefit. There's a story where Ibn Abbas, he said he went to Mecca one day and he seen a Yemeni man. He said he was from Yemen and he was carrying his mother on his shoulder. And Arabs back in the day, they loved doing poetry. So while he going around the Kaaba, and this is 1,400 years ago. He had his mother, and Ibn Abbas heard the guy saying to his mother, I'm like your camel. I'm a camel, and I'm going around the Kaaba with you on my back. And then he turned to Ibn Abbas, who was a scholar, and also the cousin of the Prophet. He said, you seen what I just did to my mother? I carried her around the Kaaba 7 times. He said, do you think I paid her back? Like, did I pay her back? You know what he said?
What?
He said, you didn't even pay her back 1 push in the delivery.
Yeah.
You didn't even give her 1 push of her giving birth to you. So the mother rights is amazing. You know
it's
what I mean?
Unconditional.
It's
like,
unconditional.
You ain't gonna
it's
be
a whole
able to beat
other
it.
level. You can
There's nothing you could do
to repay your mother.
There's nothing.
It's nothing you can do.
The only way you can repay your mother is live right.
You know how you can repay your mother?
What?
Become Muslim right now. Because you'll be a good guy. You'll be a better man.
You're trying hard, man. Come on, guys. All right, that's enough for the show.
That's enough for the day.
No, but on the real note, that is enough for the show, though. That's
for sure. That was a good show. We get back in the groove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get back in the groove, bro.
Yeah.
No Korean president.
We got our mojo back. We got our mojo back. Yeah. But hey, again, don't forget, shout out our sponsors, Manscaped. If you purchase anything from them, make sure you use our promotional code MU2Q. the number 2Q, and you get 20% off.
Dope.
Whenever you use MU2Q.
And what about the Sneaker Connect, bro?
Sneakers,
they looked out for us.
Just Hey, real quick, if you do purchase sneakers for them or hit them up, tell them it's from our show.
Do they get a discount?
They might hook you up.
They might hook you up.
They might hook you up.
Tell them they gotta hook the people up.
But we do got a photo shoot. You see, we do got a giveaway that's gonna happen soon.
Oh yeah.
With the main sponsors providing for that giveaway is Streetwearplug. So make sure you stay tuned for that. You're gonna have to watch the whole show to figure out what the giveaway is and when. But it's a pair of either Nikes or Yeezys for first place. Second place is a pair of Yeezy Slides, the slippers. Third place is a shirt from either Essentials or Bape or whatever big brand they have.
Yes, dope.
So make sure you keep your eye out.
Keep an eye out.
They have all sizes, unless you're like a size 12.
Unless you like Big Chris, Big Chris,
or like your son Muhammad,
or like Muhammad feet. Yeah, he can't even fit. He can't even fit the slides. Mashallah. Yeah, he been.
I don't know if it's a haircut.
Nah, he been active. That's why he had to lose weight. I told him you're getting too chubby.
Yeah,
man.
he look good.
You have
now.
to lose weight. Yeah, now he's become a young teenager.
Last week, and I was like, dang.
Yeah, he became slim now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he turned sideways like, Mommy, where'd you go? Anyways, all right, that's enough for MU2Q. Episode 3 coming soon.
We out.
All
right. Why you bite my words, bro? Manscaped. Stay fresh, clean start, head to toe, finishing touch, extra refinement. Bro, what did you bring me, man? What is this?
All right, so the support for MU2Q is brought to you by Manscaped.
Okay.
All right, Manscaped, they are the men's grooming champions of the world. Not just the city, Craig, the world.
The world?
That's one of my favorite lines.
Wow,
the
so
world.
you really mean the world?
Yeah. Because what they do is they offer a precision engineered
dope
grooming technology.
But I like to look rough, man. I don't touch my beard. I like to look a little rough.
What about from the neck down, though?
Oh yeah, from the neck down, we gotta stay smooth.
Like when you take your shirt off, it's gonna look like you have a sweater.
You gotta be smooth, man. You're right, you know what I
Some
mean?
people are like that, And I like to feel silky smooth,
Silky smooth, huh?
Like
silky smooth.
Just for me, the way I feel, like I want to be silky smooth from the neck down. So
I'm gonna give it a try then. I'm gonna give it a try, man.
So what it comes with is this set is a special thing. Now, they just started in UAE.
Okay,
they just launched in the UAE, and this is the 4th generation of trimmers. Okay. Right? And the Lawnmower 4.0, which means there's been many versions before that, but this is a 4.0.
Dope.
This one is, dude, look at that. That looks
that look dope.
That looks pretty.
That look dope.
Honestly, I think Manscaped is the Rolex of men's grooming.
Wow. Say no more.
Not Casio.
Say no more. I'm buying.
Rolex.
I'm in.
Okay,
order.
So this is the
Give me your credit card. I'm ordering today.
Yeah. So that it comes with this. They call this the weed whacker.
The weed whacker. Okay.
Because some people they'll be having like
this for the nose and the hair. I mean the hair trimmer in the ear.
Man, I'll be seeing some people's ears, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah, my grandfather from Cuba, he kind of had like that afro coming out his
right.
ears, and I'm actually follling suit.
I'm right behind Allen Iverson here.
I'm right behind him, so I'm glad that.
Yeah. But then no, this honestly, the way it looks,
even the way that is modern, the weed whacker.
Yeah, the weed whacker.
That's dope right there.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got in this box?
So the box comes with like
Can I see
the crop reviver?
The crop reviver. Okay.
Right? It's toner.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
And then you got the crop preserver.
The crop preserver,
which is deodorant, not only for your armpits but everywhere else.
Dope.
Yeah.
What else we got in that box?
And here's the amazing part. Look how slick and slim that is. Honestly, when I first got this, I was like, where do I charge this at?
Facts.
But it comes with like a little charging dock that you just put it on and it charges it. Like the technology, I'm like, this got to be made by Koreans. My people had to make this.
Nice.
As nice as it looked, I know my people.
Check that out, man.
Yeah,
that look dope.
Looks nice. Oh, the camera's over there.
I try to play it off. Look, I did it slow. Look, well, actually, it's 3 cameras in this room.
Yeah.
Korean. The Korean try to make us look like we don't make. It's a camera there, and it's a camera there. Say the camera recording is over there, son. Now, but you saw me try to play it off. When you said that, I did like this.
Yeah,
I was smooth with it, smooth as Manscaped.
But this upgraded trimmer, right? This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch.
Okay.
So like you can actually travel with this. So if you click it 3 times,
yes,
it won't turn on while it's in the bag.
Dope.
So that's what's good about this.
Dope.
Right? Manscaped.
And
that name, man. They got it with the name.
Yeah, they doing anything, man.
amazing.
Marketing is amazing. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. So, and then it's wireless charging too, by the way.
Wow.
Did I mention the wireless charging? For
you
both
mention
the
that?
weed whacker and the lawnmower. This is called a lawnmower.
Lawnmower,
4.0.
The names are killing me, bro.
Yeah, right. So,
Check them out. Y'all see it. We over here with it. Check it out.
Now here's the best part of this.
Okay.
You get a 20% discount
if
when
they
you use the
mention
code MU2Q.
MU2Q, get your 20% discount.
20% discount when you use MU2Q at manscaped.com.
Manscaped.com.
And for our Saudi viewers, they just launched in UAE, which means they could deliver here tomorrow.
One day.
Bukra.
One day delivery.
Right? That's tomorrow.
Bukra.
Right? Bukra.
He said Bukra.
Bukra's
Did
tomorrow,
he just curse
right?
in Arabic?
Bukra.
Bukra, but I think he might have just cursed himself in Arabic.
No, I meant tomorrow. Bukra.
Bukra.